I'm 60 with $1.2 million in an IRA. Should I convert $120,000 a year to a Roth to avoid RMDs? Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're anywhere near 60 years old, you've probably spent decades diligently building your retirement savings in a traditional IRA. You've dreamt of those golden years of freedom and financial security. But there's a looming shadow for many, the dreaded required minimum distributions, or RMDs, that kick in at age 73. And let me tell you, for a lot of folks, these aren't just minor adjustments. They can feel like a hefty annual tax bill arriving right on your doorstep. Before we dive in, if advertisements should interrupt this video, please do not click off of the advertisements. Please allow them to play through as a thank you to me for bringing you this valuable information. Now let's continue. Imagine this. You've got a cool $1.2 million tucked away. That's fantastic. But when 73 rolls around, the IRS, bless their hearts, says, time to start taking money out, whether you want to or not. And oh, by the way, we're going to tax it. This isn't just about paying some taxes. It's about potentially getting bumped into a higher tax bracket, impacting your Medicare premiums, and even how much of your Social Security benefits become taxable. It's enough to make anyone's retirement planning heart flutter a little. But what if I told you there's a powerful strategy, a secret weapon in your financial planning toolkit, that could potentially help you significantly reduce, or even entirely avoid, those RMD headaches? It's called the Roth IRA conversion, and it's a game changer for your long-term wealth management. Stay tuned, because we're diving deep into how this works, the costs, the benefits, and why professional guidance might be your absolute best friend on this journey to a truly tax-efficient retirement. Part 1. RMDs versus Roth conversions. The ultimate tax showdown. The RMD Monster. Why it matters. Let's talk about the RMD Monster for a minute. For decades, you enjoyed the sweet deal of tax-deferred growth in your traditional IRA or 401k. That money grew and compounded without the IRS knocking on your door. But then comes your 73rd birthday, or 75, if you're hitting it after 2033 thanks to the Secure Act 2.0. Always important to stay updated on these retirement account rules. At that point, the rules change. The IRS essentially says, okay, show's over, folks. Time to start taking distributions. These mandatory IRA withdrawals are calculated based on your account balance and your life expectancy, using a table the IRS provides. The bigger your balance, the bigger your RMD. And every single dollar you withdraw is treated as ordinary income, just like your paycheck was. Now, imagine you're drawing a comfortable $80,000 a year from pensions and Social Security. That's a nice baseline. But suddenly, you're forced to take out another $87,000 from your $2.3 million IRA, which, by the way, could be what your $1.2 million grows to by 73 with a modest 5% annual growth. Suddenly, you're looking at close to $170,000 in income. This isn't just theory. We're talking about real-world scenarios that can easily push you from, say, the 22% tax bracket to the 24% bracket, or even higher. That's a significant chunk of change going to Uncle Sam, year after year, instead of funding your dream retirement. This is where retirement income strategies become critical. Part 2. Traditional IRA versus Roth IRA. The core difference. Roth conversions. Your tax-free retirement passport. So, how do you slay the RMD monster? Enter the Roth IRA conversion. Think of your traditional IRA like a money tree that grows tax-deferred, but eventually, the fruit it bears is taxable. A Roth IRA, on the other hand, is like a magic money tree. You pay the tax on the seeds now, but then every single piece of fruit it bears, and all the future fruit for your entire lifetime, is completely tax-free. Even better, for the original owner, there are no RMDs on Roth IRAs. None. Zero. Zip. This gives you ultimate control over your retirement withdrawals and tax planning. Here's the catch, and it's an important one. When you convert money from a traditional IRA to a Roth, you have to pay the income tax on that converted amount in the year you convert it. It's like prepaying your taxes on that money forever. Now, if you've got $1.2 million in a traditional IRA, converting it all at once would be like jumping into a freezing lake in January. A massive shock. You'd be hit with an astronomical tax bill that could wipe out a huge chunk of your financial assets. That's definitely not the strategy we're talking about. Instead, the smart play is to take an incremental approach. Think of it as controlled burns in a forest. You convert a manageable portion each year, strategically filling up your current tax bracket without spilling over into a higher one. This is key to maximizing your retirement savings. Imagine you have some low-income years between when you retire and when RMDs kick in. Maybe you're not working full-time, or you're enjoying a mini-retirement. These are prime opportunities to conduct strategic Roth conversions. You're essentially choosing when to pay the tax at a potentially lower rate, rather than being forced to pay it later at potentially higher rates due to mandatory RMDs. This is the essence of proactive tax management for retirement income planning. Part 3. The Roth Conversion Ladder, a step-by-step approach. The power of incremental conversion, a real-world scenario. Let's run a hypothetical example to really drive this home. Remember our 60-year-old with $1.2 million? Let's say their investments grow at a conservative 5% annually. By age 73, that $1.2 million could swell to around $2.3 million. Without any Roth conversions, their first RMD at 73 would be roughly $87,000. Combine that with our assumed $80,000 in pensions and Social Security, and you're looking at $167,000 in taxable income. Ouch! That could definitely push them into a higher tax bracket, potentially the 24% bracket, or even higher depending on future tax laws. This directly impacts your net retirement income. But what if, for those 13 years, from age 60 to 73, they strategically converted $120,000 from their traditional IRA to a Roth IRA every single year? They're paying the tax on that $120,000 when they convert it, often aiming to stay within their current tax bracket. After 13 years of this disciplined approach, their traditional IRA balance subject to RMDs could be drastically reduced, potentially to around $42,000 by age 73. Now, what's their first RMD from that remaining balance? A paltry $1,600. Add that to their $80,000 from pensions and Social Security, and their taxable income is still well within a lower tax bracket. We're talking about potentially saving thousands in annual taxes throughout retirement. This is the magic of tax-advantaged investing and retirement income optimization. This isn't about avoiding taxes altogether. It's about controlling your tax liability and making your money work harder for you, not for Uncle Sam. It's about ensuring your wealth preservation and maximizing your financial independence in retirement. Part 4. The 5-year rule for Roth conversions. Before you rush off and start converting everything, there's a crucial detail: the 5-year rule. This rule applies to each individual Roth conversion. If you convert a portion in 2025, that specific chunk of money has its own 5-year clock. You need to wait 5 years from the conversion date, or until age 59 and a half, whichever is later, to withdraw the earnings from that conversion tax-free and penalty-free. Your converted contributions, however, can generally be withdrawn penalty-free at any time. So, if you convert in 2025, 2026, and 2027, each of those conversions has its own separate 5-year waiting period for the earnings. This is why a long-term financial plan is so important. Other factors to consider: life isn't a straight line. Tax laws can change. We saw that with the Secure Act. Your income might fluctuate from a part-time job or unexpected dividends, and investment returns are never guaranteed. State taxes, your other deductions, and even how much you're spending can all impact the optimal conversion strategy. This highlights the complexity of retirement tax strategies. Part 5. Why professional guidance is your financial superpower. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds amazing, but also incredibly complicated. And you'd be right. This isn't a DIY project. Trying to navigate Roth conversion limitations, optimize your tax brackets, and predict future tax laws on your own can be like trying to build a rocket ship in your backyard. You need an expert. This is where working with a skilled financial professional becomes your absolute financial superpower. Research consistently shows that people who work with financial guidance often feel more at ease about their finances. And here's a mind-blowing statistic. Studies suggest they could end up with about 15% more money to spend in retirement. That's not just pocket change. That's potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars more to enjoy your life. Yet, despite this clear benefit, a 2022 Northwestern Mutual study found that while 62% of US adults admit their financial planning needs improvement, only 35% actually work with a financial professional. That's a huge gap. A qualified professional can deep dive into your unique situation. They'll look at your specific income, expenses, assets, and goals, not just generic advice. Craft a custom Roth conversion strategy. They'll help you determine the exact amounts to convert each year to minimize taxes and maximize future benefits. Model tax implications. They can show you, with clear numbers, how different conversion amounts will impact your taxes, your Medicare premiums, that's RMDs, folks, and even your Social Security. Integrate into your overall retirement plan. This isn't just about one transaction. It's about fitting it seamlessly into your entire wealth management plan and ensuring it supports your long-term financial goals. Provide ongoing guidance. Tax laws change, your life changes. A good professional is there for the long haul, helping you adapt and stay on track. Part 6. Taking control of your retirement. Don't let the fear of RMDs or the complexity of retirement tax planning hold you back from a truly prosperous retirement. Take the first step towards a tax-efficient retirement income and gain that peace of mind. Educate yourself, explore your options, and consider seeking out a qualified financial professional to guide you through these crucial decisions. It could be the most important financial decision you make this year. Take control of your retirement finances. And if you found this information valuable, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more crucial retirement planning tips and investment strategies, and comment below with your biggest takeaway or any questions you have about RMDs or Roth conversions. Your engagement helps us create more content that empowers your financial future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.